Welcome to Texas View's 2021 exhibit of Texas as Art. This presentation includes the artwork and information about the exhibit and its educational outreach focus. As Texas View nears our 20th anniversary, 13 member institutions are cooperating to promote Earth observations applications with our students. Texas as Art was conceived as a way to introduce the public, teachers, professors, and their students to Earth observation applications through an art exhibit linked to local landforms and ecoregions. Texas as Art is a traveling art exhibit designed to engage the public with Landsat satellite imagery showing Texas landscapes, ecoregions, geology, and natural resources as works of art. Imagery from the Landsat satellites, observing our world for almost 50 years, is enabling protection and management of our natural resources and serves as the basis for this artwork. Two themes connect the scenes chosen for the 2021 exhibit. The first is Texas natural ecoregions. Scenes also show the human footprint on our natural landscapes. The second theme connects us to our state parks, historic areas, natural areas, and wildlife management areas that are scientifically managed, conserved, and restored by the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. There are 10 ecoregions within the state of Texas. 4 are included within the artwork in this exhibit that covers the Panhandle in West Texas, the Edwards Plateau, the Rolling Plains, the High Plains, and the Trans-Pecos ecoregions. The 2021 exhibit focuses on West Texas and the Panhandle. Future exhibits will expand to cover the entire state of Texas and all of its beautiful landscapes. The artworks are derived from both the visible and infrared light spectrum, the rainbow and beyond. The one constant is vegetation, which appears in shades of green in most scenes. Enjoy Texas from above as art and as science. Get ready to begin a tour of almost half of the state of Texas. If you have any questions, you can contact me at the email shown here. Each of the images in the exhibit shows multiple ways that imagery can be applied by scientists across multiple disciplines. As the exhibit moves, it will grow, and new examples will continue to engage students, teachers, and the public, both with art and with specific activities being developed for the artwork. The Callahan Divide, shown in this image, dominates the upper one-third of the scene. Surrounding unplanted agricultural fields are red, those with cover crops are green. The Rolling Plains and Edwards Plateau ecoregions converge here. Abilene State Park, embraced by the eastern arms of the ridge, was a seasonal campground for Comanche and Apache Native American tribes. The ridge now hosts numerous wind farms. Big Bend Ranch State Park lies north of the Rio Grande, which crosses the scene diagonally from the upper left. The Solitario Dome, a large laccolith, dominates the scene on the northeast. Folded mountain ranges trend northwest-southeast, south of the border. Agriculture hugs the river in the Trans-Pecos ecoregion, which also lies in the Chihuahuan Desert. The Prairie Dog Town fork of the Red River cuts deeply into the landscape to host Palo Duro Canyon State Park. Surrounding flat, fertile plateau hosts broad swaths of irrigated farmland, dotted with small circular depressions that become shallow playa lakes following rainfall. The High Plains ecoregion merges into the Rolling Plains ecoregion in the canyon and eastward. The Rio Grande spans this scene from north to south, highlighted by vegetation in the river valley. The Chinati Mountains State Natural Area features jagged peaks, vistas, springs, and wilderness experiences. It lies within the Chihuahuan Desert and the Trans-Pecos ecoregion, and has recently received International Dark Sky designation. Agriculture is concentrated in the Rio Grande Valley here. The Franklin Mountains, on the southeast edge of the scene, divide the city of El Paso, where Franklin Mountain State Park is the largest urban wilderness park in the continental United States, preserving the Chihuahuan Desert and the Trans-Pecos ecoregions of Texas. The Portillo volcanic field lies to the west. Elephant Mountain Wildlife Management Area in the Trans-Pecos ecoregion was established to conserve the desert bighorn sheep and its habitat. In the northeast corner of the scene, folded mountains trend into the scene towards the southwest. These were formed by compressional tectonics around 300 million years ago, at the same time as the Appalachian Mountains. Davis Mountains State Park in the Trans-Pecos ecoregion is home to javelinas, mountain lions, and over 200 species of birds. The park is also famous for the infrastructure built by the Civilian Conservation Corps throughout the park in the 1930s. Northwest of the park, McDonald Observatory is exploring our galaxy for planets around other stars. This area lies within the Trans-Pecos ecoregion, home to a diversity of habitats ranging from mountains and plateaus to desert valleys. Ghostly checkerboard patterns in the western part of the scene mark fence lines where different grazing practices affect the land cover. The Glass Mountains in the upper right host fossils of 250 million-year-old reef-dwelling organisms that lived in an ancient ocean. Multiple burn scars from drought-related fires dominate this scene. The largest shows the burn that extended up to Lake Arrowhead State Park Reservoir in 2009. Within the Rolling Plains ecoregion, formerly predominant grasslands have converted to mesquite savanna due to heavy, uncontrolled grazing. Restored grasslands within the park host both migratory birds and monarch butterflies. Lake Colorado City State Park's reservoir originally provided cooling for the local power plant. It serves recreational purposes now. The area was originally an open grassland, part of the Rolling Plains ecoregion. Restoration efforts are underway within the park to return the land to its original state through the removal of mesquite trees. Monaghan Sandhill State Park lies within the Trans-Pecos ecoregion. It is home to dunes over 50 feet high and is part of a larger dune field extending more than 200 miles from Texas into New Mexico. There are many active dunes and also many that are stabilized by a forest of miniature shin oak trees. Their acorns, as well as mesquite beans and shallow fresh water, attracted Native Americans to camp here. Palo Duro Canyon State Park is in the second largest canyon system in the United States. It is in the High Plains ecoregion and includes areas in the High Plateau and in the valley of the Prairie Dog Town fork of the Red River. The landscape on the plateau hosts irrigated farmland dotted with small circular depressions that become shallow playa lakes during rainfall events. San Angelo State Park lies at the convergence of the Edwards Plateau with the Trans-Pecos, High Plains, and Rolling Plains ecoregions. Biodiversity is high, with species from all 4 ecoregions. Fallow agricultural fields, in shades of orange and red, are surrounded by converging wooded valleys, turquoise, that are eroded into flatline plains of the Edwards Plateau ecoregion. The Salt Basin runs through the center of this scene, which lies within the Trans-Pecos ecoregion. Summer rains form seasonal playa lakes. Sierra Diablo Wildlife Management Area was established in 1945 as a sanctuary for the last remaining desert bighorn sheep in Texas. They did later go extinct in the state, but have since been restored. The WMA is currently used for the restoration, conservation, and management of the bighorn sheep. We've finished our tour of the ecoregions of West Texas and the Panhandle. Thank you for your interest in our exhibit. If you have any questions, you can contact me at the email shown here.